Poverty, a word defined as the state of being extremely poor. But for everyone facing it, they tell a different story on how they got there. Genesee County as a whole has a poverty rate of 27%, and the people living here are struggling to make ends meet. Tammy Houston is one of those people. A college graduate with a bachelor's degree, a single mother that was pregnant, lost her job due to an accident. That left Tammy without a place to live.
The day that I got the news, I was at the doctor's office, and one of my friends was there. And I was just like, thank you, because, I said, I don't know what would have happened if she wasn't there, because that news, it could have affected him, and it was already affecting me. I stayed in contact with certain people who were supportive and not scary about my situation.
While probing to find a home for her and her son, she didn't give up and kept searching.
There were places that had like a long waiting list, and like even at Family Promise, like right now they have a long waiting list. So yeah, it's not just like, oh yeah, because even when I went to the doctors, they would give me a list. I would call different counties. I'm like, I don't care, just look, I need a place to stay.
After applying for many shelters, Tammy finally found Family Promise of Genesee County, which is a shelter at the Calvary Church in Flint.
Tammy's situation is a perfect example of the type of family that we serve.
Lindsay Moore, the director of Family Promise, says she handles situations like this every day.
Family Promise of Genesee County's sole mission is keeping families together during a time of homelessness. And as a director, I meet with the families before they come into the program to get an idea of what their situation is, what kind of help they'll need, and to figure out if our program is beneficial for them. When families come into Family Promise of Genesee County, they're often hopeless because they don't know how to provide for their children, they don't know where their children are going to stay, they don't know what they're going to be eating, and they don't know if they're going to be safe. While they're with us, we try to have an all-encompassing package. We offer parenting classes, we offer nutrition and budget classes so that families are able to create a sustainable life upon leaving Family Promise of Genesee County.
This 25-year-old mother of three who wanted to remain anonymous is currently in Family Promise, and she says it's been hard for her, but even harder on her children.
They're kind of confused because they're used to having their own home, having their own room, so it kind of hurts my feelings when they always ask. Since I've been here at Family Promise, I'm learning how to slow down and think clearer and make right decisions for me and my kids.
She adds Family Promise has helped to put her back on her feet.
I just purchased me a car so I can get around. I'm going back to McDonald's for a part-time job. I start classes January 5th, so everything pretty much is falling in plan. Now it's just saving up to get into an apartment.
With poverty continuing to grow, shelters are running out of room and resources, which means they are turning people to the streets.
Even with our organization being open and able to serve families, there's still a need for families out there because there is just not enough shelter space available for families, for children, or parents may have exhausted some resources sometimes. So I think that as the need continues to be so great, as there's a gap in services or a gap in benefits for families, I think that expanding services will